Another day, another Convallaria. So yesterday, if y'all remember, I actually ended up opening Rico. This was like her debut banner, and I was quite surprised, or I guess pleasantly surprised, that I opened her literally the first try. And it's not too unique, I want to say, within the last at least like I want to say five release banners, because I kid you not, I got them literally all within 30 pulls. Like Inanna, I had 30 pulls, and then I forgot who was before Inanna. There was one other unit before Espionage, I forgot, but I think I got them 20 pulls. Was it Nydia? I actually can't remember. If it was Nydia, then like, yeah, it was just like 20 pulls, and then before that, and honestly, it was kind of a casual thing where I was like, okay, I don't really intend to use those units, so I'm just gonna pull them just so I can say I have them, and it just kind of worked. And so now I'm thinking, now it wasn't the case for Anana. I really wanted to get Anana. Now I'm thinking like, if I just act casual, can I just get the units for like basically 20 pulls? Like, is that the universe saying like, I don't know. That's just a thought. Anyways, today we got Rico, and now we kind of just want to go through her and see if like how we want to use her. And honestly, she's been quite interesting compared to what I kind of generally intend to use certain roles for. For example, you've got certain roles that you sort of just classify as like, the damage dealers, right? You've got the destroyers like Akambe, Kavare, Karis, like those are destroyers. They generally are destroying things. It makes sense. You've got defenders like Maitha, Coco. They defend things, and then you've got some of your I guess watchers that just like deal damage and like destroy things, aka Inanna. But occasionally here and there, you will find one of those units that are sort of a particular role, but they're sort of out of role, right? They're sort of out of role units. And ones that come to mind are like Guzman. For example, I think Guzman is a quite tanky destroyer. Like, while his role, I think, generally pertains to units that like do crazy damage or like are damage dealing, I think he's like obviously got a strong tilt toward defensive stats. Like you see, he's got like no resolve. He's got I'm sorry, immunity to no resolve. He's got toughness. He gains corpse, which basically brings him back. And then of course, a lot of his abilities are sort of just like kind of there to like sustain damage or remove damage. He's very much like destroyer second, it feels like, right? And we've got similar things for like other units like Pamina. Pamina obviously is a breaker. Generally, I think breakers more or less also can fall closer to defender roles, but like she's got a lot of like defensive ability, and also she can like taunt units many times, and she also gets a lot of defensive stats from her abilities. And so you can see that like while she is a breaker, she kind of plays similarly to a defender, right? And you can just see this all throughout all, right? Like even Tear for like a supportive unit, like he's got his Caged Reverie, which kind of makes him tanky, right? So there's just a lot of instances of like, cases where units just are sort of out of role. They're a particular role, but the general ability to do things in a game is quite different than what you would generally think they would do. And that's honestly how I feel like Rico plays, or at least seeing her and playing her, I think one or two games, or trying to at least. She just kind of played quite differently. And it's me trying to find her right now. I don't know where is Rico? Maybe it didn't level her up. Is she always at the bottom? Okay, she only has 1 star. Yeah, so she plays a little different in that, like, as a defender, she doesn't really have too much for defending people around her. She's just kind of here to bonk. And hey, if you're here to bonk, I am not, not trying to say anything. It's just not what I'm really feeling as a defender player. But like also defenders do need the bonks too. Like we need someone who can defend but also attack, right? The protect and attack. And that's kind of like what Rico does without too much protect. Mostly attack. I'm sorry. I'm just like throwing a bunch of memes out here that I'm pretty sure I'm just booming for, or booming about. Okay, so what do I mean by she plays a essentially off role as a defender? So let's just look at her trait. Most formidable boss, Rico. So she gains block, she gains jump, immune to frosty tiles. I also do like the fact that she gains jump. To me, it feels like it's kind of fitting for like a quote unquote dragon. I don't know, it's a cute little ad in there. I imagine she also didn't need the jump, but whatever. Physical attack and HP is increased, and after actively being attacked when in injured state recovers 30% attack based on physical attack. So of course she's leaning to physical attack and HP here as her tanky as her stats, her main stats. And on top of that, when she's injured, she heals based off her attack, right? So she's got a lot of leaning towards attacks. On top of that, this is like further exacerbated. New word, by the way, I learned. Is that she has Fur Rage. What does Fur Rage might do? Well, this does a lot. I guess it's just like an extension of her passive, but like we've got some paragraphs to read. So this is like, yeah, a lot. So basically, Fur Rage is increasing the crit by 3% and crit damage by 3%, up to 8 stacks. So that's 3 times 8, 24. So she's getting 24 crit and additional 24 crit damage. Why does a defender have crit and crit damage? Well, because she's here to bonk quite cleanly. She's a bonker. On top of having 8 stacks, she additionally will gain Awu Dragon War. And this is a instant that will basically, for most intents and purposes, move Rico to where she needs to be. Reduce some of the stats that they have. I'm mumbling here. Introducing Vulnerable 2 to the equation. She's basically going to make people a lot easier to hit or take more damage. On top of that, she's also going to get a little more tanky with damage reduction. Okay, and then after that, she also has the ability to gain Be Serious. Now, this Be Serious thing here, this was quite interesting to like find out what it does, because literally I tried clicking on it, you can't find anything about it. It wasn't until you went to like one of her abilities in her ranks that you could literally find what Be Serious is, right? None of these shows you what Be Serious is. I'm just like, that is quite annoying. It's it's like, how do I know what this ability does? There's like no instance of checking out what it does. There's still more like cases of it being mentioned, but no clue what Be Serious does up until you reach Hammer Smash, which is quite funny because you don't really see it in the first few lines of text. You're like, oh, there's nothing to do with Be Serious until you scroll down. And then basically what Be Serious does is increases crit by 100% and crit damage by 30%. So she's quite a critter. She's quite a critter. That's just a weird thing to say, but she's a critter, right? Anyways, yeah, Be Serious increases crit by 100% and crit damage by 30%. So on top of having her Fur Rage, she's just like doing damage, right? And then of course she gets Quiet Mode, which she can't attack. That's basically it. So she basically can get to where she needs to be with her jump and her passive, or I guess her full stack Awu Dragon War. And then she can go in for the Mega Bonks, because basically in that scenario, generally, you're probably like in the back of the enemy line and you're just like bonking people all over. You're like swinging them, pushing them everywhere, because Rico also has a lot of knockback. And that's just basically what it feels like to be Rico, I guess. And yeah, it's just quite different. There's no assisting cover. There's block, but I guess that's only for use of reducing the damage that Rico takes. Everything else is kind of just like bonky territory. There are some cases of her getting a little more tanky, but in general, I feel like that's generally not where you want to push her. So we already did Liberties and went just mostly like tank. Not tank. No, that's actually me going tank for everyone. We did Liberties and went mostly damage. So this is the abnormal strength part. And we're kind of going to see how it plays, or how to play Rico, because otherwise I'm just kind of, I don't want to say clueless. Like I think she has a very obvious direction in how to play her, but it's very much like, I don't know, abnormal for me. It's just I'm not really used to that playstyle. So what did we get? What did we do? So basically I went for all the signature abilities. So we've got stuff like No Escape. I will say that this is actually kind of interesting too, because I felt like despite having, I think, like most, if not all the characters, I needed more knockback, just because there were some battles I wanted to cheese. And like, this is helpful in that case, where like I really need to cheese someone. So if you're a new account or something and you need some way to cheese some stages, Rico might be the one. But also you'd probably have Mytha, and she probably facilitates the similar role. Anyways, yeah, she has No Escape, which is a AoE basic attack that has knockback. I think it's okay. I think it's pretty strong. Of course, this really does damage based on the amount of like units around the target. So for example, if you're literally surrounded by 9 units, not 9, I guess it's like 8 units, and you're like sort of in the fray, basically you're just like doing 70 times 8, right? And that's, I'm sorry, you're doing 8 times 70. That's like basically all overall damage you're doing. Like a lot of the power in this ability is based on the AoE. While it is doing less damage on a single target attack, like if no one else is around, you get significantly more damage based on like people being around, just spreading the love, so to say. Yeah, this is a cool ability. I think it's quite neat, and like the power here is definitely sort of goes unnoticed when you're doing like not like mass AoE damage. So quite cute ability. Next up, you've got Never Give Up. Now, this ability, I think, is perhaps a little bit weaker in my opinion. I mean, it does a lot. It's definitely a lot happening here, but it's a little weaker than the other ability that you could get, which is the First Strike. But in general, this ability, I think, is like pretty okay. Basically, you take reduced melee damage, you gain Unyielding, and basically, when you gain Unyielding and you come back, I'm sorry, when you lose Unyielding triggers and you come back, you're getting for Rage 8 stacks, so you're gonna 100% crit. It removes Quiet Mode if you had it. And then on top of that, you also get speed 200. So she's literally coming back. She's Angie, and she's here to bonk. Listen. That's all she's about. She's about the bonk. So she's here. She's coming back, and she's literally there to like. I don't know. I feel like at this point, when she's back from unyielding and at 35% health, I'm not sure if this triggers one of her other abilities, but like, she's basically coming back just to like, you know, get in one last knock in right before she dies. Just because she's, I don't know, in my opinion, she's not too tanky, right? So yeah, this is like a nice little last stand kind of ability here. The other ability that I think that you can go with Rico, if you go like the whole bonking route, is the First Strike. I think this might be a little bit better, just a tiny bit when you get the chance to knock it off. Just because if you're doing the AoE, this is basically dealing like the AoE damage again, right? It's like another auto attack that does 70% plus, basically. Now it does dealing 70% of the whatever damage that she's doing. So we have to take into account that like if you're doing the Rico thing, which is I feel like getting into the fray of all the enemies, and you do the AoE attack, it's still significantly amount of more damage, right? Than like just doing the, I don't know, just doing like the reaction here, where like it doesn't deal damage immediately. It's just like sets you up for next turn to do more damage. On top of that, the First Strike also gives you the ability to use the block that Rico has. Right, Rico already has block here, so it's 100% block chance, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So there's definitely some argument to run both, I think. But yeah, we're just running Never Go Up for now. And then next up, we have Hammer Time. This is a decision skill. I think generally pretty good. The decision here, I think, is generally based on the sort of layout of the map. Like, for example, or I guess where Rico is, where if you're going, I guess, in like a small sort of bottlenecked area, you want to do something like, and if Rico's there, of course, you want to do something like probably the 3x4, the mountain toppling slap. Basically, is it that one? I don't know, it might be Earth Shattering Tornado, might be generally better. Just because like this one does it in 3x4 and like a straight line, and also knocks back everyone in the column by one tile. Or, like this, the one down here, I think slows them down, but I don't think it. Okay, but it does knock them back, but it's like within a cross, so you're kind of just like spreading everyone out, which I guess can be strong in itself, but like it definitely depends like where Rico is on the map. If she's like in the back of the enemy lines, she just wants to like split everyone up. Or Shattering Tornado might be a little better. Or like if she's in the front line and like we're going front line to front line, Mountain Toppling Slap seems to be a little better. I could be mixing those ability up too. I can't remember exactly what each other one does, but like there's definitely some, I think, a lot of utility in having this one too. In particular, if you do have a physically offensive team, it might be better just because this is giving you physical defense down for the targets or enemy units. So that's like a pretty strong thing to keep note of. But yeah, also for, I guess, for the case that like Rico is your only like physically offensive unit, this just increases her attack later, so that's something to keep note of. But yeah, I did like this one. I think this is definitely like one of those choices that you should take, just because the more choices, in my opinion, the better. So we picked that. We picked Hammer Time. Now we also have another ability, which honestly I think is fun, but I don't know I don't know what to say. It kind of feels maybe not the best. Like I think you could probably use better abilities, and that's the Hammer Smash. For example, like it has Pursuit, it knocks units back 4 tiles. But honestly, I'm just like, if you're knocking it back 4 tiles, don't you just want to kill them, right? Like, what's the point of like just knocking back 4 tiles? And if you're Rico, right? Like, I just feel like you want to sit there and just deal damage to them. But like Rico, of course, is all about tossing people around as well as dealing damage. So maybe this allows Rico some breathing room by having them needing to walk to Rico again, and you can just deal damage to other units. But also it dispels 2 buffs. Yeah, so knocks them back, dispels 2 buffs, and then they're sort of just like out in the open just for, I guess, other cases or scenarios. I don't know. And then when you have to be serious, damage is increased, and you also inflict stun. So yeah, the thing I'm curious about this one is that like it deals damage for sure, but like then you push them away so you can't do as much damage. But like that also might be the name of like all the other scenarios. Like I don't know, as someone who doesn't play Rico, I have a hard time wondering why you would play Hammer Smash. Of course, if you need a dispeller for sure, or if you need someone to like I don't know, push someone around. But like outside of like being a little cheesy on some strats or some maps, like this just to me seems a little bit too much than what I'm looking for when I'm playing Rico. There's a little bit. But yeah, we picked it anyways because we're about the bonk. Okay, so let's keep that. Where's it? Hammer Smash? Okay, and then we got some other abilities. I wasn't quite sure what else to do with Rico here. Like we have Knockback Smash, knocks it back, Crackling Sparks, and then Charging Pursuit. So yeah, we can do. Let's see. Actually, let me check to see how much movement Rico has. I don't think she has too much movement. She has move 3. I mean, we can rely on. Oh wait, no, we can't. Her stacks, but like also this Charge Pursuit might help her to get in range with anyone. Gains immunity to preempt. Like this could be strong. But we also have like Crackling Sparks, gain 2 stacks of Fur Rage after casting a skill. When dealing collision damage, deals AoE physical damage equal to 20% to all enemies within one tile. The radius of both parties involved. Attack increased by 15% against targets with knockback immunity. Before attacking, inflicts physical defense, magical defense. Yeah. Oh, okay. So she does have ways of reducing magical defense, which is honestly quite interesting because it's kind of feels like tacked on later. Like, okay, we'll give you some defense down, and yeah, we'll call it a day. Just like this passive ability. But this does also require. Actually, no, it doesn't. This is like attack is increased by 15% against targets with knockback immunity. But it's not period. Then before attacking, inflicts physical defense, magical defense down for 2 turns. I'm assuming that like even if they don't have knockback immunity, like it'll decrease their defense. Okay, so that is all cool. Let's see. I kind of like Charge Pursuit. Charge Pursuit to get in there, and then that way we have like basically our main energy spender, Hammer Smash whenever we need to get smashy, and then Charge Pursuit. The only thing I do worry about though is if we're really getting in there, you don't really have too much healing, right? There was one ability I was eyeballing, but I wasn't quite sure if I needed it, and that was like the drink milk or something. I don't know what the name of that ability is. Milk Power Boost. I kind of like this ability. It gives you damage lock and also 2 stacks of Fur Rage on an instant. I'm kind of thinking like you run this, maybe with something like a the engraving that reduces the cooldown. Like that could be quite useful, right? Actually, no, the engraving that reduces cooldown. I don't know, that would work, right? I'm like, is it an instant, so it wouldn't work? But I think that would work. I have to check it. I have to check it again. Okay, so like, yeah, let's go with this and let's see how it works. For weapons, I kind of like the hammer that gives more knockback, but I don't know. Like, is it already too much knockback? Like, are we knocking people back too much? Is that the real question? Because I feel like there's at some point you knock the target back so much you don't even need damage. You literally just need more knockback so you can knock them off the map. So, do we have too much knockback? Are we at that point? I don't think so. Maybe we go with just like a Hollow Axe. We got quite a few of them. Let's see. Or we can go with something like a Brutal Axe. Like, Rico already has a lot of HP buffs. Like, a Brutal Axe with the physical attack as well kind of feels good, I think. I think that feels reasonable. It's like this. It's like the Brutal Axe, or the Denial Hammer, or the Feast Axe. I feel like the Feast Axe could be okay. Just because I don't have any healing in the kit, and Feast Axe could give me that healing. We also just, like, run a healer, too, but, like, yeah. We can go with Brutal Axe. So like Brutal Axe, and then what are we running for? Are we running some sort of Mystery Guardian? Is Rico a Mystery Guardian user? I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. I mean, I think it might work, but like Can we do better? But what else would we do better with? Honestly, I wouldn't be ashamed to run like a spring peel on Rico. It's just like, I don't want her to be in a situation where like she's back in the enemy trenches and just like can't do anything. Can we just like run this? It's only 2 times per battle. But like this is like the healing that she might need. Probably not. Probably not. Maybe we just do the Guardian here. Okay, and then for Whisper, I feel like you could use some sort of energy gain here, but also Magician. If you want to go for the bonking damage, which I kind of want to go for bonking damage. But do I have... Okay, I have a decent Magician here. I finally feel like I get to use this Magician in particular, which is like the attack Magician that I have. It just has so much physical attack damage on it, and I feel like this is the perfect case for it. Okay, so let's try this. We can try this build, Rico. Okay, but like where are we gonna try it at? It's a good question you might have. Basically, I've also been running kind of slow with the pioneering, and so like I'm really far back. But on top of that, like Tower of Conquest, I need to do my towers, my daily towers. Like, look how far back I am with pioneering. Literally, and I kid you not, it's like, I guess it's just even match. I swear it's like overwhelming victory or something like that I had last time. I guess I played a few battles. I don't know. But yeah, so we can do like exploration journey, or we can do like pioneering. Let's just try some, or sorry, not pioneering. Let's try some Tower of Conquest because, yeah, we need to do that sooner than later. Each time move before attacking. Before attacking steals up to 3 buffs from the target. I mean, we're just here to bonk. We don't care about the mutations. Okay, we just basically need to not move to deal damage, is what I'm hearing. What if we just did Aisha and Rico? Like that combo? Would this work? I mean, we've got to definitely buff up Rico. I'm sorry, Aisha. If we do that. I'm curious if that works though. Let's swap a little bit of these around. Just because Aisha will be tanking literally everything. I saw some tier lists that are using Aisha for like damage, and I was just like, wow, she can do damage. She's also DPS. I don't know, I just feel like I just play her defensively and she's like built to be used for so much more. Okay. And then we just want more defense, right? So Hermit? We should build a Hermit on her? She's Hermit mode? Okay. This is like fine. This is okay. 2 defenders versus... Okay, there's 2 breakers here. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, let's try this. Let's try this. 1 time for the lulz. I imagine it'll be okay. We just need to make sure we pledge. And then we'll use Moonlight next turn. That did absolutely nothing. Okay, this is actually good positioning here. There we go. Everyone is like close by. Okay. Then we can give attack up. We basically want everyone to come to us. Okay, it's doing decent damage, right? Kind of chunky just for an auto. Also though, let's see, we could charge. Charge won't move us much. But is that a waste? Maybe. What if we just did this? Hit everyone? I kind of... Ooh, it's actually kind of hard. I want to keep the barricades, but there's just no room to keep the barricades. They will be hit. They will eventually be destroyed. It'd be nice if we could also hit that that tower though. Oh, I never thought about this. We can also use the black tar for like damage basically. As it spreads, we just make sure we keep ourselves healthy. Yeah, we definitely want to move up a little bit. Okay, now we finally have that thing broken. Oh my gosh, you had to be in front of me, literally where I did not want them to be. So if we move one, minus 30%, then we can charge up a bit here. Oh no, this is one of the charges where like you have to hit something. So we do have the option to just keep on like doing ranged attacks here. This is the ranged Rico build. This does allow the floodgates to open. We lose the last barricade. Sure. Okay. Not too bad. I'm also thinking like, how does Rico have so much energy still? But these are only 2 per. We do want to move up a bit. Actually, do we have? Oh, we don't have. That kind of sucks. This does 0 damage, 7 damage. Jeez. Yeah, we're just doing so little damage when we move. It's definitely one of those ones where like you really want like TP. Will the other units move? The other units did not move. I think we do get our last turn of oh nice, so charging doesn't matter here. So if we keep this guy here alive, we can charge to them with Rico. Nice. And then a Wu Dragon. That actually worked out really nicely. But I swear, it took forever to get those stacks. Okay, but we're still kind of in like a bad position. I wouldn't say bad position, but like we definitely don't want to move. And we can move, it's just like not the best, right? Okay, I think, do I just use Requiem? I never use this ability, but I watched one of Exemplar's videos and I was like, I should try it out for the Titan stage. Yeah, it's definitely not the matchup here. We can always like back out if we need it. Uh-oh. Looking a little scary. Jeez, we can't move at all. Preempt. No preempt here. Okay, and this is a shattering tornado. Okay. Okay, not too bad. I think we can make it through this. We're like boiling in the lava or like tar, whatever this is, but like we very clearly can out sustain this. But these breakers are being a little annoying. All right. So now, let's see. We basically just want to move over, deal a little less damage, but we do keep some energy for later. We'll leave the top one for Rico. Bottom one for Aisha. Parried. Alright, does this one do more damage? I mean, it just knocks them back and they'll die on the next turn. I mean, it was okay. I definitely feel like... Oh my gosh, she's still talking. I feel like we definitely want somehow to... Okay, this stage also just doesn't work for Rico, but we'll use it for damage. Yeah, I guess we still use Rico, but... Reduce 40% damage is like crazy. Increase piercing damage taken by 400%. That's wild. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just like, this is very much just like, obviously like piercing damage is just so strong in this game. Yeah, like we feel like we only used Awu Dragon War only once. And at least when I was playing, and of course this is just the trial, like playing the trial, I'm just like literally using it whenever like it's off cooldown, like literally every other turn. So maybe that's something to be said about like, of course, the star level, but maybe we want to also change the, and maybe also just be the map, but change the charge. Like we have this charge pursuit, but maybe instead of running this charge pursuit, we run the milkies. I don't know what to call it. That's wild. What is it? Oh, we didn't unlock it. We didn't unlock it. Okay. Literally use my last Castelia just for the milkies, the milk power boost. Is that worth? She heals for sure, and I was definitely thinking about healing that last game just because we were on like the fire. If it wasn't for Aisha being able to heal, like obviously would have been in bad positioning. It does gain us some for rage. We can throw for rage in our kit, and damage lock, which reduces some of the damage that we take. We weren't really feeling the damage being taken too much, right? But like the fact that we have damage lock and damage defense from this, I think would feel good. It would definitely feel good instead of just like relying on the block and stuff. But maybe we can like do a few more rounds. Just a few more rounds. Okay, let's see. The mutation also is just like defense, right? Targets have a 30% chance to dodge the character's range single target attack if on a different line. If the character is on the same line, the target crit is increased. Reduce damage taken. Okay, so it's just control immunity. So we can't really... Ooh, this might be a rough one. But like... Increases piercing damage. So obviously, this is like an Afra map. Like an Afra... You could do Convallaria and the others, but like... You have to make sure they're in like... Actually, you don't have to make sure. But like, they have a chance to be dodged. You can't dodge like the AoE Afra has. You could do like... This, and we need like a healer. Who's healing today? Honestly, I feel like a Terra would be solid here. Here we go. I don't imagine too many. Healing effect increase is actually not bad. I was like, maybe we can like, move some stuff around. But I think it's all pretty okay. I don't remember what I put on. What I used Terra's. What I used for Terra's Whisper. Oh, we usually pick this for like the dispelling debuffs. Which means I guess we can get away without using the cube, but like we can also go with the magician, right? For the tankiness, not the magician, the emperor. Do I even have an emperor? It might not be the emperor. The one that reduces. Oh, it's guidance of the world. Oh geez, I don't even know what it looks like anymore. Is this the guidance of the world? Is this a good one? This is only physical attack. Is this one? Okay, we might just have to chill with just like the. We have to chill. Listen, junkie gonna junk. Junkie gonna junk. Can also just be a little more tanky with this Cage Reverie. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. We can chill with this. All right, no, this might be an Afra showing for sure, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like I don't really want to buff them. I'm sorry, speed them up. I know Afra's gonna go first, but maybe there's something said here then. So Afra's gonna move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can ice this or ice 4. 1, 2, 3. So Afra's here. We can land like a sleepy bomb. It's not bad. It's not terrible. Go here. We can ice this, right? Yeah, we can ice this. Just absolutely kills everyone. Honestly, the sleepy bomb probably gets close enough too. Oh, they have control immunity, that's right. Okay, okay. We do have the chance just like maybe show off a bit of Rico here. Yeah, just like the damage wise. Wait. Don't they have control immunity? Wait, how did they get knocked back into control immunity? Isn't... Wait. Oh, control is only debuff, right? Not knockback? I got like kind of flustered there. I'm like, wait, how did they move? Okay, let's see. Go for a small little heal. Not needed, but why not? Sure, we'll attack. It was actually perfect. Wait, what does this open? Cargo. Okay, we'll leave the cargo. This is might be useful to do like this here. Maybe. Maybe not. Not the strongest. Maybe we can wait a bit. We have meditation up for one more turn, I think, right? It's like, why not? Little extra damage. Jeez. Wait, I guess the fire is piercing damage, right? That's why they're taking so much damage. And I was not expecting, like, actually this. I didn't realize fire was piercing damage. I just thought it was, like, damage that was just, like, life loss or something. Okay. And it's just, like, absolutely obliterates 10k with just a Calamity of Ice Field. Or 9k Proverb Fantasy. Mind you, this is all piercing damage, which is why it's doing so much. Okay. I mean, Rico definitely, like, bonked people around. Okay, this is like a straightforward map. There's not much room for, like, knockouts, but we can just, like, fight. Duel it out. Duke it out. What do they have? Straight ahead. Mutation. Gain damage for 2 turns when attacking targets full health. Grants immunity to bitter cold. Wait, what's bitter cold? It applies the tiles traveled into frosty. Oh, this is actually quite interesting because if we do run the Afra Rico already immune, Afra immune. Wait, are they immune to frosties? Survival Master. I imagine, no, they're not immune to frosties, are they? Traveling Frosty doesn't consume the movement. Oh yeah, they are. They are. Right in the mutation. Cool. I don't know if this is gonna be a pain in the butt. Like, I just bring out Nana. I do need a healer. Honestly, let's just try. Going Safia does allow us to try more autos from Rico. Doesn't seem that bad. Let's see. Wait, what? I really don't have too much for Safia, right? We can use this. It's like okay. And then for co-attack, blade chase, assault order, everything else seems okay actually. Okay, this is good. This is good. Move up 1. I think this is fine. All right, Rico, let's see what you got. Oh, actually, let's just quit this battle real quick. I forgot. We need to move our tactics. We need just a little bit. And I feel like you can get away like playing most games with just like TP, Ghost, and just like Ragnarok. Or you can like switch Ghost with like Thunderstruck. I feel like this always works out pretty decently. I think I also need to upgrade my March command. Because these go up to 5, right? So I wonder what the other ones will do. Other levels will help bring. We could just do this as Thunderstruck. There we go. Okay, this should work. Okay, so they're just gonna be immune. They can help me build my icy world. Charge pursuit. Ooh. Okay, but what about this? We haven't done this yet. I mean, I kind of did exactly as you what you imagined. I don't know. I'm just not feeling the hammer smash or hammer time, whatever it's called. The joint strike. Bonk. Jeez. Absolutely not meant to take damage. Oh my gosh. Please don't die, Rico. Okay, Rico's dying. My whole team is literally dying. Team, what are you doing? Okay, so this is definitely like... Do we just try doing this? I think we play more carefully. You play like ranged Rico here. Like do this. And if we do this, oh, we're a few turns away. We can do this assault order though. Seems like it'll be fine. Okay. Is all okay. Actually, them being grouped up like that? Not the worst. I still think we need to kite back a bit. Okay, and then we can do... Now the assault order I think only impacts the basic attack, right? On launching a single target attack. Oh, okay, so it's a single target attack. I mean, my autos are single target, right? They're just kind of like dealing AoE as well. We can try, I guess. Jeez. I totally forgot. The knockback on the ices are kind of wild. We could do... I feel like we definitely co-attack. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Please. Please don't die, Afra. Okay, Afra's dying. Maybe we're not meant for this yet. Okay, Rico is just... Alright, I mean, we only have 3 people on our team for sure, but like... Maybe we should just brought back up if we really want them to sit back and chill. We should like leave them in the back of the map. Okay, but like why didn't Rico work there? I mean, first of all, Rico just can't take damage. Just like at least in the current state, she just can't do it. But there's something to be said about that, right? Like, we're not charging in, but also we have no like damage reduction outside of the block. Are we really getting the milkies? We're boosting her up. Milk power boost restores HP. It gets you 2 stacks of damage lock. Actually, that's quite interesting. Assuming like you never use your damage lock. Does it just stay there? Huh. And it's also interesting because this is accounted for before the defense, I think. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. We're gonna do it. Okay. You know what they say? Milk gets your bones strong or something like that. But also like this magician maybe needs some health. Okay, so we do this milk power boost. We can also, yeah, we could preemptively use that to like set her up for her next attacks. It's just like a Coco map. Bring it on just in case. This gives like, oh, you hurt me, I'm telling my mom and dad vibes, right? Like I lose the first 2 matches and now I'm bringing like Anana, Coco, all the like crazy strong units. I think there is a world where like we did beat that though. Okay, so this is like fine. We can just do like Aisha, map Aisha with Rico. Listen, we gotta do what we gotta do. Sure. Phantom and Fantasy. Link with Rico. Gains damage reduction. Okay, when you pledge, it only gains damage reduction when you're close by, right? Yeah. The Dawn Moon. Sure, we'll just give damage reduction now. My trust has been depleted after losing those 2 matches. Mind you, it was my fault. Sure. Sure. We can still just like eyeball Rico, see how well they do. This is an instant too. Happiness removal. Okay, we get a kill from here? And that's of course based off of like the pledge. The attack up, crit up. Actually, probably not the crit up, but the attack up. Oh, interesting. Damage lock only lasts for 3 turns too. Rage. So the pledge definitely helps. Like, what if we did this one? Yeah, this one at least gets us the kill. We'll leave it on a back. She's just watching. Okay. Jeez. Wait, they just killed Coco like that? Hold up. I'm just curious how they killed Coco. How they went twice in a row like that? What was that? Straight ahead? Probably crit? Maybe those are all crits? Damage 3 though. Oh, I see, yeah, damage 3. Does that mean we have to like go quick because they have the damage 3? That might just mean we have to like do this ASAP. Alright, let's just a little quickie. Actually, this middle one, the splash, is definitely gonna be a little scarier. Okay, we get the Wu Dragon Roar. Can we finish them off with it? Actually, we can. And then we can do some back attacks against the mutation, the mutant. Here we go. Slapping. Yeah, I can't tell if like if it was the team, but like, did we use the damage locks? I feel like we did. I don't know. It might be like a team thing. But like, we played a little bit with the Rico and it felt kind of good. Alright, we'll finish him off the Nana. I guess not. Alright, easy. Easy. So now we got 2 more. Which is damage taking, increases piercing damage taken, and all character range skills increases. Jeez, range skill. All characters increase range tiles by 2, reduce damage by 20%. Okay, let's just like beeline it to the boss here. a boss floor. I mean, they are split though. This is interesting. Actually, we can do. This is like a good Maitha map. Like they're split up so she can heal both. But also, instead of doing like this, we could do this. Aisha with Rico. Where is she? Wait, where? Oh, here. I kind of like the top here. That way we don't get like flanked or anything. Okay, let's give her some armor. Oh geez, it's just all of them are on them. Okay, one more judge. Sorry, hermit. Here we go. I think we're good. I think we're cooking. Cool. And this is just wild. This mutation here, it's just like giving you a bone, right? It's such a strong mutation. Oh wait, I totally forgot Inanna was here. Maybe that's fine. Okay, we can drink. This gives us stacks, also some damage reduction. Jeez. And we can just pull Inanna back. I feel like it's the best time to use the march now. Not much is happening. It's like might as well. Also, none of these units on the enemy teams have like range. Just use this to get some more range. Oh, you can't. Interesting. Oh, I guess there's one archer there. We kind of want to face them, right? There we go. Sure, well, here, we can at least do this. Hey, what was that? Y'all saw that? Hold up. What was that, like, buff or something? Or the mutation? Okay, that attacked Aisha, but then this, what was this? Inaccurate? Wait, is that like a miss? Is that part of the mutation? I don't think it is. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, then we can just like fight this dude. I kind of like this auto. Knocks him back into the thing, into the girl. Jeez. That was some good showing of like damage and stuff. Bonk. Jeez. Okay, and this is a kill? No, not a kill. I'm curious how much damage is it doing once it like hits someone here. Oh, we're like one off from the hammer time one. I don't know if that's the attack. I'm like blurring here. Jeez. Is the actually I don't know what collision damage is. Is that like piercing damage? Because I feel like that does so much damage, and that's probably maybe where the extra damage is for her. It's like if you just are making sure things are colliding, you're doing crap load of damage. That honestly might be what it is. Here we go. Dragon Roar. Ooh. And we've got one more. Characters gain damage reduction 3, damage 3, move up 1%, they become injured, lasting 2 turns, immune to attribute debuff when injured. When injured. Okay. Active on your side, increase basic attack damage by 3%, but reduces damage by 30%. Oh, increases basic attack damage by 50%, but reduces skill damage by 50%. Okay. That's fine. That only matters if, like, yeah, we're damaging. Oh, is this the one that multiplies, like, once it deals damage? Unattacked. Gains 1 second wild wraith. Summons, yeah, more forest wolves. Okay. That's okay. This is a-okay. It's like 3 defenders. I know before I was talking about how like, oh my gosh, defenders defend. But then like Aisha is like on those tier lists as a DPS. And it's just like, wow. I am really not using her to her fullest extent. Probably March command this. Probably could move her up a bit. Milk power boost. Jeez. All the immunities, of course. Oof, yeah, this is gonna be one of those ones. Okay, looks like pierce damage isn't being reduced though. Okay. Heal. Come on, everybody. I mean, I think we have enough AoE damage to just like slowly chip away at this dude. Okay, we can do a bonk. Jeez. A good might the map, to be honest. Let's see here. I just noticed too, this map also changes the color of like the like cutscenes, right, for the attacks. Okay, we kind of just want to just keep on dealing damage to this main one. I'll speed it up a bit. Okay. Heal up. Assisting cover. Ooh, actually we can cut through this. Do a little damage. Go for a bonk. Interesting. We could kill those two, or just do some more damage here. I think it's a little better. Alright, drink the milk. Ooh, Dragon War. Can we finish it off? We get the crit after this, right? Nope. Not quite. This is 4K versus 2K. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, it was in general a low damage game, but anyways, we can end it there. Yeah, that's Rico. I don't know, I feel like I'm still missing out a little bit. Maybe I'm not playing as aggressively. Maybe these aren't the sort of maps for it. But yeah, she's definitely like a more aggressive unit than what I expect from my defenders. But that's all good. I think one thing though that might also just help is the fact that her signature could just like be giving so much damage to her that we're just like missing out. Where's Rico? Maybe we could have gotten rid of the brutal axe if the energy percentage is higher than the character ignores. Right, and this is sort of like, I think, I don't know. If she was a little tankier, she could take 1 or 2 or more attacks. You could probably use this brutal axe a little more effectively. But as it stands, I feel like she just took too much damage. Mind you, it might have been the mutations. It's just like, yeah, she can't really do it without, at least maybe after we got like the milk power boost, it was like okay with the damage lock and then like the defense up. But I don't know, to me it feels like she just needed a little more tankiness. But I imagine like if you do get her to 5-star, so she gets 2 stacks when attacked, 1 at the end of turn. So if she gets attacked, she's like gonna be Angie more quicker. 2 stacks when attacked, 2 stacks at the end of turn. So you get it a little quicker if you get the 5-star. It also requires less stacks too. Maybe that is the answer, but it's kind of hard to tell. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Did I build Rico right? Is she an amazing critter? Let me know, and I'll catch y'all later.